Rock on the Range live from the Grunt Style Artist Lounge with 99.7 The Blitz.
Live from the Grunt Style Artist Lounge, it's Hagar with the guys from Like a Storm. It's Matt and Kent.
Hey guys.
And
Hey, brother.
for anyone in Northeast Ohio, it is Kent, not Can't.
Kent.
Kent. So guys, welcome to Rock on the Range.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, it's great to have you guys, and new video, new single.
Thank you,
new
man.
album coming out too. So what's going on with you guys? Because we haven't heard from Like a Storm in like almost 3 years with any new stuff. So what's going on?
Dude, we've been busy, man. You know, we really we toured a lot leading up to that, and we had this new music that we really wanted to record. We really wanted to kind of dive into what the sound of our band really could be.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of times there's a pressure to just like put a record out soon and then go out on tour, but we thought we wanted to take some time off the road and really like make the record we wanted to make.
Yeah, absolutely. So what sound did you land on? What is the sound of Like a Storm then?
Well, after playing as many shows as we'd played, it's like you're sort of hardwired to go into it, approaching it from a live thing, you know, so you're playing festivals, you're playing arenas, so you know, when you make your first record, you're just sitting in your bedroom writing songs. You haven't done any touring yet. By your third one, you're kind of thinking about like what would feel good to play live, what would be fun for everyone to get into. So there was a lot of that, and just writing a lot. We wrote a lot. We had one point in the recording process where all three of us write, and we were all saying like, man, I got all these ideas and I just can't get to because we're so busy recording. So we decided to take a break, and every guy just go off and like pursue these ideas he had, see out his visions. And we're kind of pleased we did, because that then ended up being about 70% of the record. So it's just taking that time, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. And the new album, it's Catacombs, comes out June 22nd, correct?
That's
Thank you.
right,
Yeah.
All right, so how long has that album been in process then?
Oh, dude, I mean, you know, it's funny because like a lot of musicians, we're kind of perfectionists anyway, but then we also produce our own albums. So we write and produce our own records, and then we play all the instruments on them, and they have all these crazy instruments like didgeridoo and all kinds of other stuff. So anytime we go into making an album, it's like, okay, this is going to be like a couple of years in the making. Like we might go and do tours in between, but for us, it's like making Avatar or something. You know, it's like it's this massive undergoing, because when you get into playing in a band because you have a vision and you want to try and you know, have that vision translate into what everybody else hears, and that's what takes the time. You know, you get the idea in your head, awesome. It might take you 2 years to figure out exactly how to put that down.
Yeah, absolutely. So you said didgeridoo. It's like the magic word. Anybody who thinks of Like a Storm, I think automatically thinks of a didgeridoo. And I've seen videos of didgeridoos. I've seen videos of didgeridoos on fire. I've seen
Yes, those are the best ones.
nine. And I think I saw somewhere, Wikipedia maybe, that there are always djembes involved and all sorts of other crazy instruments. So what else is on this album outside of guitars and bass and drums and vocals?
Fans. When we took the 2 years off, we went all around the US. We went to about 10 different cities, and we'd book a studio, and we had fans come in. And so that was part of it. They were part of like this big gang vocal.
That's awesome.
What else was on
Oh, there's
there?
all kinds of stuff. I mean, we grew up, like the first instrument that we all played was piano.
Yeah.
So, you know, when you're a kid, you're playing piano, you'd actually rather be outside playing with your mates.
Or playing guitar.
Playing guitar, but when you get a bit older, like you start to get into bands like Nine Inch Nails, and you see that keyboards and programming can add so much. So some of the songs on our record, you know, there might be like 80 layers of keyboard soundscape stuff. So, I mean, there's a lot going on in those songs, and it's all just because we wanted to make a record that was like heavy and energetic, but also had a lot of depth to it.
Yeah.
And with three of us playing keys, and then also, you know, Kent and I both played drums first, actually. So it's like you just accumulate these different instruments, and then you got your own band. You can start using them all.
Yeah, that's awesome. So cool. So I want to talk a little bit about the video for The Devil Inside, because I was watching that video and it's awesome. It's super cool.
Thank
This
you,
is
man.
Is this the first new video for you guys in 3 years as far as a music video goes? I was looking through your YouTube page and I was struggling to like pinpoint what the last music video was.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, we're working on one for Pure Evil as well, which
Okay.
looks awesome too, and we're just doing the finishing touches on that. But the label talked about bringing out the Devil Inside one because the single came out on the 18th.
Yeah.
And it's the first time we'd worked with this guy, Brian. We flew to Los Angeles to make it. The old guy in it, Graham,
Yeah?
he's an awesome dude. He's only been doing it for 9 years, and he was telling me he's been in like 43 movies with dudes like Jack
my
Nicholson
God.
and stuff. Yeah.
That's insane. I was going to ask who the guy and then who the girl in that video were, if they were just random people you found or if the studio brought them
the
in.
director hooked it all up. But yeah, so we met the dude on the day, and he was telling us about his story, and I was like, talk about a second career, later in life.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hollywood actor.
you become an actor when you're like 60.
Yeah,
You're
right.
like, you know what? I'm now the right age to become an actor.
Never too late to start a life,
No
right?
kidding, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so
exactly.
I'll get one more question for you guys. It's Rock on the Range. Is this first Rock on the Range for you guys?
Third Rock on the
Third Rock on
Range,
the Range.
yeah.
All right, so obviously, you're not at Rock on the Range unless you're drunk or somebody very close to you is drunk. So alcohol is very important. If you could describe yourself as one type of alcohol, what would it be and why? Bonus points if it's something that no one in America has heard of.
Oh,
Oh,
snap.
man.
I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. We had a drink last night at Benihana called a Tokyo Mule. And I don't know if that sums us up.
They threw sake and vodka
But they
in
threw
a
sake
Moscow.
and vodka,
Yeah.
and in a way it is like us because we come from New Zealand and then we're here in the States and we're here over there. Like every touring band, you're like this mixture of different things. So maybe we're like a Tokyo Mule.
Are you guys familiar with the term rocket fuel?
I've used rocket fuel to describe a lot of things. Is there like
Okay.
one thing that rocket fuel
in
is?
New Zealand, if you mix and match, particularly when you're a teenager and you'd go and take like this much out of all the
That's
liquor
true,
bottles,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
rocket fuel.
Rocket
I
fuel.
think that's probably the best way to describe the sound of our band too, because it's a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We're just a little bit,
That's good.
yeah, rocket
Excellent.
fuel.
Excellent, guys. Well, thank you so much for spending some
Thank
time.
you,
Really
brother.
appreciate it.
Appreciate it, brother. Thank
Matt
you.
and Kent from Like a
man.
Storm, live from the Grunt Style Artist Lounge. I'm Hagar
Cheers,
with
guys.
99.7
Thank
The
you.
Blitz. Cheers.